Welcome, welcome. You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And this is the Squabblers live. It's very nice to say that. Very nice.
Extremely
Isn't
nice
it?
To say that.
Yeah, it is.
It's new.
Talk,
It's brand new.
move your mic close, your face
Oh,
too
yeah,
close to
here
your
we
mic. Can you hear yourself?
I can't hear myself now.
Oh, that is bad.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah, give that a look. But everyone, in the meantime,
Are you that full of yourself? You need to hear
guess
your,
so.
your own voice at all times.
Sam, can you hear yourself or no?
No, I can't hear nothing. Well, I can hear
Oh.
you guys. but
yeah, I can hear
can't
them. But regardless, we're
You're gonna
here.
fix me.
Yeah,
You're here.
You guys can share.
Oh, true.
Just share for
Hold on,
now.
Let me move over real quick. I'm moving in.
We'll
Yeah.
do it like a doo-wop kind of thing.
Yeah. You know, like rappers do, like they'll just sing in the same
Yeah, we'll
mic.
just trade off.
But yeah, here we are with 90.3 WFNC Upper Montclair. Everyone, if you'd like to introduce yourself, we'll go from left to right. I'll start with you.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Adam.
Get closer to your mic, Kelly.
Sam, come on.
And I am Sam.
And yeah, this is the Squabblers. So, if you don't know, which you probably wouldn't, we're going to talk a little bit about entertainment news. We're going to talk about a lot of things going on with YouTube and Hollywood, make some jokes along the way, have a good time. So, let's start with something very near and dear to our hearts, or at least Sam and I hearts.
Oh yeah.
A very, very popular YouTuber has recently retired. If you'd like to continue.
Yeah.
Who dat?
Man,
Go for it, Sam.
Matthew Patrick, Game Theory. His middle name is Game Theory.
This is true.
His actual name is Matthew Patrick. Has recently announced that his final video will be in March of this year. What was it, March 9th?
9, yes.
Oh, man. And his channel was so important to YouTube gaming culture and a lot of things. And he's finally
YouTube
he's
in
calling
general.
it quits. He's calling it quits. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
9 more videos?
Is it not of this week? I think it's 8 because he just they just released.
Yeah, he
some
did
stuff.
one.
Yeah, they
recently.
they did the one recently, and then so 8 more weeks, right? Because
8 more weeks, yeah, and he releases weekly.
yeah, it's insane. I mean, we're now he definitely was a big part of my childhood and the things that I watched, and he was a big part of a lot of people's childhoods just in
of
general,
course.
right?
You might know him as the FNAF guy.
This is
5 Nights at Freddy's.
This is also true. A lot of people know him as the FNAF guy, but surprisingly, he does other things.
I think it's really sad though, because like even if you didn't watch him, you still knew him. Like you still knew his like content.
His identity, yeah. His what's it called? His presence on the internet went past just his channel and his content.
That's true.
Um,
He did a lot for Five Nights at Freddy's.
He did.
He really
I-
pushed that story forward.
A lot of people benefited from Five Nights at Freddy's existing, and he was definitely one of the biggest winners. I think you're going a little crazy if you think otherwise.
True.
I'm more of a Markiplier guy, but, I respect his contributions.
What are you trying? Are you trying to usurp?
I'm
the
just trying to
throne?
stir up something. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You wanted to contribute.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're
have your
trying
voice
to
be
start
heard
beef on live radio.
on the first ep.
I mean,
That's crazy.
potentially.
Wow. But no, and the thing is, this is kind of a bigger trend of just YouTubers in general retiring, right? Very recently, January 1st, Tom Scott uploaded his final video. Well, final video for now, at
It's
least.
hard to
Was
believe
it really? Is it really his final video?
Not forever, but he's gonna take an extended break. We don't know when he's coming back. And then from there, he will upload, but he'll upload very infrequently. And he's doing his side stuff too. He has a side channel that he's gonna do stuff. He has a newsletter he's gonna do stuff on, but it's not gonna be his. He's like weekly stuff usually. Every Monday he'd upload a very interesting video, it's a very educational video, and now he's just done,
Well, I saw the title of that video, and YouTube nowadays, anytime a YouTuber uploads a "I'm done" video, it's never they're actually done.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like it's hard to just give that up too,
Right.
because you're so exponentially lucky. Everyone, like anybody with any modicum of success in YouTube is very lucky.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
So you don't want to just give that up, but also it's tiring. YouTube's algorithm doesn't give you breaks. If you skip a week, you get destroyed in the algorithm. You don't. Your videos stop getting recommended to people. that's basically it. But that's big. because-
Consistency is key.
Yeah, you don't get breaks. You just don't. That's why some other YouTubers are taking like semi-retirement, where they're either changing their content drastically or they're just not, or they're just done uploading at all. There was who was it? Meat Canyon. He's not retiring. You look surprised.
I was distraught.
Yeah, he's semi-retiring, where it's much less frequent uploads because it's draining to do that. I mean, I did it for a year. I did 1 year of weekly uploads, and I didn't do it for a job, and it was straining. It was tough, man.
Is the Squabblers training?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Who else? There was one more person I wanted to bring up. It was Tom Scott, Meat Canyon, and Germa. Germa is semi-retired recently, I think.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's insane.
Yeah. Germa is a big content creator. He started on Team Fortress 2,
He did.
and he kind of just grew outside of it, right?
Yeah, because he started doing more variety stuff. I don't know if he did like vlogs or anything like that, but I know he started covering other games.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, like, he just had an amazing personality, so people loved him.
Yeah. I didn't have as much of an attachment with Germa, but it was definitely...
No, me neither.
Yeah, like he was definitely a big Zeitgeist, we'll say, of the YouTube sphere. So it was kind of sad to see that. It wasn't as public though, because he's not like fully gone from the internet. He's just doing less stuff, as far as I'm aware. But it's very interesting.
I
And
think personally we're gonna see a lot of the trend of like older YouTubers retiring right now, just because like it's YouTubers and they make a lot of money, yes, because they got popular.
uh-huh.
But they've also been doing this for like how many years now? Some of them when they started up their success. So moving forward, I think it's going to be like a newer generation taking over
Mhm.
that older generation as they go slowly into retirement. Because a lot of them are like late millennials, you know.
They want to have families,
Yeah.
and you
True.
can't really do that if you're playing Fortnite all day. Like you can, but
Try me.
Ninja does it.
Ninja does. Well, he doesn't stream like 20 hours a day though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there is this one very popular Fortnite guy who went from making like 20-minute videos every day to having a kid, and then he has like one video a day that's like 30 seconds of him looking at the shop.
What? Wait, do you know who
Really?
that is?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
I mean, he's probably better off for it, but you know. And this goes a little nicely into this next topic that we have down here, where YouTube is allegedly slowing down ad blockers or browsers that use ad block. So if you've noticed in your own browser that YouTube has been slow recently, it's not just you. There are others. My browser got slowed down. Did you guys experience anything?
I think my dad did. My
Yeah?
dad definitely did because he was like watching some stuff and he'd get like commercials constantly right now.
No, we're saying like
But no, in general, like he has like slower stuff. Like he has ad blockers. I know all that stuff, but it's been slow for him.
oh yeah. How about you guys?
I've personally thought I was going crazy because I have a pretty decent computer, and I used to think like, oh my god, like is my computer dying? Because it's a couple years old. So I was like, is it dying? Like what's happening? Because YouTube would be super slow. Like using the actual like play bar and like the buttons would be super slow,
Yeah.
unresponsive. But no, I've just been using ad block all this time, and YouTube's cracking down on it.
I don't know, man. I don't have ad block.
This guy thinks he's so much
Damn.
better than us.
Yeah,
Neither do
I
I
am.
mean,
You
I never
think
really had
you
it.
both think you're so much better than us. That's why you sit on the left side.
Lefties, winnies, righties. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know where I'm going with that.
Sure.
That was bad.
But
I don't know.
that was
I thought it. was
you thought
coming in some-
when you try to cook something on the spot, you know, it's like you're making your own recipes. Like they could work, but most of the time,
Most of the time they don't. But there will be a gem. Just wait for it.
hidden gems.
I can't promise it gets better from here though. I'm not gonna. It might get worse actually.
Nah, we're funny. We're having a great time. No, I switched my browser though. I went from Chrome to using Opera, and it was like marginally better.
That sounds ancient.
It does.
Opera?
I've never heard of Opera.
Really? It's like it's trying to be trendy. It's like a gamer's browser. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, my one friend had switched off Opera, and he was trying to preach to me that it was like way better. He's like,
dude, Opera's just so much better than Google Chrome because it takes up less RAM. And I'm like,
All right, dude. I'm just gonna keep using Google.
By the way,
'cause
that is,
I'm
like,
too used to it.
in my experience, it's like barely better. It'll go from like 20% or like 25% memory to like 20. It's like it's fine.
It's a marginal.
It's fine, but like when I play Riders Republic, I still lose my frames. So
I
it
feel
doesn't
like
really matter.
On lower end computers, though, I feel like that's definitely a big difference. But
Yeah,
if you're
I
using
guess.
a higher end device, it's not really gonna make much of a difference
Yeah,
anyway.
and in my experience, it's a bit inconvenient. I'm not gonna lie.
AKA my mom's old computer that I still use.
When you play, wait, do you play Lethal Company on that?
No, I played on my other computer that I bought like 2
Okay,
years ago.
we've got some
so-
stories. We'll get into that once we're good with some of our topics here. We can talk about Lethal Company in a bit.
Oh yeah.
In a little. That's
oh yeah.
If you haven't heard of it, it's a very, very popular game right now. It's a little horror multiplayer game, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And next up on the docket, we have this one's a big one. Did you guys watch the Emmys?
Yes, I did.
I watched.
Well, I didn't watch it all.
I watched a little bit. I saw the bear kind of cleaned up.
I need to watch that. I need to
It's
get on
good.
that.
It's good.
I've heard many recommendations.
I mean, they
Um,
won a lot of awards though, not only at the Emmys, they also won at the Golden Globe Awards.
I didn't watch the Golden Globes.
I did watch the Golden Globes.
I only know that Beef won like 2 things, and I was very happy about that.
Yeah,
um,
so
But back to the Emmys. If anyone is familiar with Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, that little universe, Better Call Saul went through its final phase of Emmys that it could win, and here for perspective, here are the numbers. Okay, if I remember correctly, Breaking Bad has 58 nominations and 16 wins.
Deservedly.
Better Call Saul is 53 nominations, and can we guess the wins? 50. That'd be
All
insane.
53.
Every
Reverse it. Goose egg. None.
Yes, they got 0.
really,
They 0. Not a single win. That is that. I feel like that's got to be a record of nominations lost.
that has to
Is
be a
that-
record. That has
That-
to be.
it's
some
almost
sort
like
of
they're
record.
just like taunting them. At that
Right?
point. We weren't gonna give you anything.
Like
But it was funny.
they get nominated for every category every year, and they win none of them, just to mess with them. Oh goodness. People were not happy.
Succession better though.
Since we're speaking
Ooh,
of
spicy.
since we're speaking of award shows, the Golden Globe Awards actually put in 2 new categories. Did you hear about that?
I did
this
not.
Year?
What
So
did they do?
added one for comedy. I forget who won, but they added one for like
Me.
movies that everyone watched throughout the year. So these were movies that made a lot of money, and they had an interesting like number of movies like stacked in this like category. I forget what. I think one of them was definitely like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think was in it. John Wick 4.
That was good.
Movie
I forget
of the
the.
year.
I forget
Really?
the other ones.
I
but-
mean, Oppenheimer's a close second.
Oppenheimer was in the category, I believe, along with Barbie. It was like a very odd
Barbie's a
category,
close
but
third,
this was the
sorry.
first ever category they had where it was like popular movies that everyone saw.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, I had to take the mic away from Adam for those atrocious takes.
We can't let that on air.
No. Oppenheimer.
What's your movie
Oppenheimer
review,
is the goat.
We have to share. We're sharing a mic on day 1, and we're already
Yeah,
fighting over
mine
it.
isn't work. I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not sure.
I very well could be
I don't
making a
have to share.
mistake, but wait, try now.
No, the actual.
Yeah,
the
try
robot?
try yours. Try yours.
Testing.
I still don't hear him.
still don't hear him.
That's
Come
okay.
back o- You can use my mic. It's okay.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, I still need to watch Barbie. Haven't gone on
Barbie
that yet.
was
I
really
haven't
good.
watched Barbie.
Barbie
John
was
Wick.
really, really
Haven't
good.
seen John Wick either.
No.
Man,
I saw the first John Wick. I didn't see the 4th one though.
get on that.
My dad liked the 4th one,
They were-
but
they
then
were
again,
good.
my dad has like a weird opinion on movies sometimes.
So does my dad. He likes all the ones that are subpar.
My parents think Everything Everywhere All at Once should get a sequel. So I disagree.
What? How are you
that's my
supposed to do a
favorite.
sequel of that
Exactly.
movie?
That's my favorite movie of all time, and I would be very, very upset if that happened.
Me too, because then we'd be deprived of an original new Daniels idea.
Right, a new
Right, we
Daniels
need those.
IP.
Those are
Oh
essential.
my goodness. Didn't you say you just watched Swiss Army Man, right? You? Who?
I watched
You.
Swiss Army Man. Yeah.
My bad.
I never heard of that movie in my life.
That's messed up.
Never.
I've heard of it and I know nothing.
I watched Free Guy recently.
I need to get around to that.
It's good.
Um,
It's good. Solid.
Wait,
wait. Talk about Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man.
Thoughts?
You know, it's very, very weird. Probably weirder than Everything Everywhere, but you'd expect that from them.
I think they're equal. They're differently weird. They're weird in their
Yes.
own right.
They're weird in their own ways.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really great movie. I do prefer Everything Everywhere, but that was Daniel Radcliffe's best performance, and it wasn't even. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking
wait.
about.
Ever?
Ever.
wait, what?
I like Harry Potter, but
that's a Harry Potter guy?
Yeah.
It's the Harry Potter
yeah,
guy.
He's Mr. Potter.
alongside Paul Dano. You know what's funny? It's directed by the Daniels.
Uh-huh.
Stars Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano. Got all the Dans.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
goodness.
Yeah.
The Dans.
I just realized.
Many Dans.
How do you feel about did you see the new Hunger Games movie yet?
I did.
How was it?
Okay. I think it was the worst one.
Okay.
It was the worst one. Okay, here's how I do it. I'll be like, okay, Hunger Games 1, 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Hunger Games 2, 9 out of 10.
Valid.
3 and 4, so part 1, part 2, 8, 8. In my
Okay,
opinion.
Okay.
I thought they were very interesting. I thought the politics were very cool in the movie. And then, what was it called? What's it?
I don't know the name, but I know it's like the prequel to like the entire series.
Yes, it's the main bad guy's backstory.
Yeah, and
I thought it was a 6 out of 10. I didn't think it was it was like slightly above average, which was like, eh.
I would agree, but like 6 out of 10 is still good.
It-
I'm happy I saw it.
I'm not as like okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not as like what's it called? Stringent. That's not the right word.
I like that word though.
It is nice. It felt good to say. It's not as first off, that's interesting. Than the other Hunger Games movies, in my opinion.
Right.
And I feel like it didn't really do the character justice until like the very end, where like it made sense, but like they didn't build this character to where it was in the main series. Because the entire point of a prequel is like to see how they got there and how they developed. I feel like they didn't develop them at all until like the last 20 minutes.
Not really, but I have something to admit.
Yes.
The Snow. What's his first name?
Be careful of spoilers, by the way. I don't remember. Oh, like Cornelius?
Cornelius. I wasn't sure if that was the original villain's son, or if that was him, or if he was for the whole movie. I was like, is this the guy from the originals?
To be fair, I agree with you because I had no idea his first name was Cornelius. I just knew he was Mr. Snow. They got
Yeah.
such great names in those movies, by the way.
they
They
do.
do.
Incredible names.
Can't fault them on the names.
It was crazy because like, like you watch a new movie and they're just like, okay, so here's my son Abacus. And I sorry, I said Abacus, then I started thinking about Wonka. That was
Why?
Oh my
Because
goodness.
there's a character named Abacus in Wonka.
Oh, okay.
You know the little guys, the Oompa Loompas?
Yes.
They remind me of like, just like anything. They remind me like of an old guy just standing there with like, he's like looking at him like, what do you want of me? Every time I see him, like, oh my goodness, it's an old guy. coming
Apparently,
up.
his actor hated working on Wonka.
Really?
Yes, this is a quote from him. This is not anecdotal.
That's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it helped. that was his character. He's supposed to be like, I don't want to be here right now.
He definitely didn't want to be there.
But no, I thought Wonka was great. Little mini review. But I feel like it didn't really set up. Same problem with Hunger Games, where it didn't really set up the what Wonka would become later. You know.
I think to a lesser degree, though. I like the creativity, the songs. I love Keegan-Michael Key in it. Put him in more stuff.
Sorry, who?
Keegan-Michael Key, he played Toad in Mario.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's in Wonka?
The cop. I think.
Oh, that's him.
That's him.
Wow.
That's him. Yeah.
That's funny. He was good. I thought that movie got me choked up at some bits. The childhood part, like, I did not expect to be crying in 40 minutes into this chocolate movie.
For real.
You know, I got looks from my buddies, and you know, I'm with the boys, right? So I can't I started crying, and then one of the boys looks at me and it's like, shh, Hush, I'm not crying. Oh my goodness. It's my buddy Max. Shout out.
Shout out Max.
Shout out Max. Cool guy. But no, it was pretty. It's worth a watch for sure.
For sure.
Better than most recent Hunger Games.
Go give
My
Timothy Chalamet more money.
Timothy Chalamet, I like him a lot just because he's starred in 2 different types of movies. I mean, recently, like with Doom, which he's coming back
Dune?
with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he starred in Wonka, and it's kind of interesting to see him in 2 different styles.
He's very versatile.
He is
Oh,
very
yeah.
versatile.
It's incredible, truly. I will say it took me a good bit to get used to his singing. It took me a little out of it, and especially at I guess like very minuscule spoilers at the very end. He does a rendition of Pure Imagination. Kinda mid.
I would agree,
Kinda mid.
but like he slayed up until that point.
He did.
So
I
it's fine.
I mean, I would have to re-listen to the beginning songs because it did take me a bit to like get used to his voice. There were some. The reason I think in my head it's like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10. Pretty good. Maybe an 8. I haven't really thought about it. I should probably explain my grading scale, but I'll do it
You
later.
really should, because
Yeah.
like you're all over the place sometimes.
We have no idea what you're saying sometimes.
Okay, real fast. Real fast. So 10 is like life changing, everything ever all at once stuff, right? 9 is perfect. 8 is like perfect with like perfect, very good with minor changes. 7 is good but some major problems. 6 is like slightly above average, where it's fine. It's fun. 5 is completely mid, and then below that it's a little bit arbitrary. It's just like bad.
It's not as good as the Yummies scale.
What is that? Excuse me.
You know the Yummies scale. Like
so
on a scale of 1 to 10 Yummies, how yummy is the food?
Oh.
Come on,
Yeah, no, you're real.
that's the goat.
That's the goat.
Yeah, like come on. We all know this. But I didn't see Wonka though. Is it like his upbringing?
It's his story. It's kind of like his story. I
He's a
didn't see
teenager.
it either, but like
Like
it's kind of
18.
like his story of how he became part of the chocolate business, where he is, right?
Yeah, he did. It's not like his child, because he learned the chocolate business in his childhood, and now he's trying to make it. His story of trying to make it.
Oh, okay.
It's worth a watch. It's
I definitely
good.
want it, like, because I don't really know any other movies that are in theaters right now that are making headlines.
Me neither. What even is in theaters? I didn't even know Wonka was still in theaters. Iron Claw, A24. We were meant to watch that and we forgot.
Ooh.
Iron Claw is A24 stuff. Usually pretty good.
You know, I need a good cry. So
I don't even remember what it's about. It's like the boxing brothers.
Wrestling
right?
brothers.
Wrestling. I think it's boxing.
is it
You're
boxing?
wrong.
I thought it was wrestling.
How dare you?
I think someone's gonna fact check that, and then you're gonna look really silly.
I'll put a marble on that. It's
Really?
about boxers.
But I'll put a marble on that.
It's about wrestlers?
Yeah,
Put it there. Put it there.
I'm reaching.
All right, we got it.
All right,
What is
we did it.
happening?
Handshakes.
We'll fact check that on the way back home. I'm scared. Anyways, if you don't know what a marble is, we should explain this. I
We should
forgot. We
explain
got
the
a lot of
marbles.
new people listening
Yes.
in. We've got there's this game called Marbles on Stream, and it is a physics game where you have marbles race down, like you know those marble courses, right? You know what I'm talking about? Is that a good way to put it?
Sure.
It's like a course where marbles can roll down, and whichever marble wins, every marble is named, and whichever marble wins has to do the punishment that the marble is named. We have a few lined up. We'll do that on the other one we have.
For example, I lost a marble race, and I had to eat what was it, like 3 McDonald's apple pies.
2. Get over yourself.
I think
Okay,
it
well,
was 2.
2 is more than anybody.
And I helped you have
would
like
want.
eat like half of one. Wait, you're such a loser. Like in a
I
respectful
ate
way.
both.
Um,
you can't even say
He
that I
almost
didn't.
got 40 chicken nuggets.
That was you were close, bro.
I was close.
So like what we did, he had to eat from a random restaurant, and it was rolled where like he was I think 1 or 2 off from having to order 40 McNuggets, which would have been miserable for
That's
him. It would be really
preposterous.
funny for us though. I can see you're mad. Like
Of course I'm mad. It always just okay. Every time we do the random order, it never gives us anything interesting.
right? I got
What was the last?
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got a random order once. It was at McDonald's. I got one of the weird like McNugget people meals.
What were those called?
I don't know. I don't care to check it. I'll be real. It's not worth my time. But no, it was like some weird. It was just a normal meal, by the way. It was like a burger and fries with a
Right.
toy, and I got the toy, and he's part of the set now.
Because there's so many crazy options you can get at Mickey D's,
Yeah,
like the 40 nuggets.
or like the 13 cookies would have been crazy too. There's a shareable.
Yeah.
There's a shareables menu, and I think there's 2 things. It's 40 nuggets and 13 cookies. You don't want to get either.
13?
13, 1-3, Baker's dozen.
So you would have had to eat 13 cookies in a row? That's crazy.
I probably wouldn't have forced him because I'm just so kind and generous and incredible, but I would have really wanted you to. I'm gonna keep it
At
real.
that point, just stick me in a Santa suit. Give me a glass of milk.
Ho ho ho! Cookies, too many. My goodness, what we were even talking about? We were Better Call Saul. We just had a squabble,
was like
guys.
20 minutes ago.
Sam's mad at me for that one. Anyways, let's see. Oh, we're gonna talk about the weather. Who doesn't love the weather?
Boy.
And more specifically, there's this tweet going around of this guy who has a Tesla, and it's if you've been by a car recently, you know you got to rip your doors open, and yeah, you're shaking your head, and the ice just falls off, and it's awful. But guess what? Tesla doors are a little different.
Really?
Where oh, you've never been in a
You-
Tesla?
You can't
No.
open them up. So like the thing on the side, you have to press it in.
Yeah,
Because
the
cars
handle.
are because the cars are all freezing, you can't press the handle in. So now the car can't open up.
Yeah.
I thought they made it so that those were like heated.
Nope.
No, they haven't.
Apparently not.
They should do that.
On
then.
older ones, probably not. So I
Um,
think people who got Teslas back in like 2019, 2020.
Yeah, because
probably
I thought
don't have that.
I mean, I
Is
could
that a thing
totally
now?
be wrong. I thought
I
so.
didn't hear about that. Maybe. I mean, and
If not, you know,
the other-
hey, hit me up. I
the-
mean,
the
I'm
other
willing to pitch it.
the other annoying thing too is that there are the windows on the Teslas. Sorry, the windows on the Teslas they're like inside the door, so when you open the door, they have to go down a little bit. It's hard to explain unless you see it, but like because it was frozen, the windows wouldn't move. So even if you could get the handle working, you still couldn't open the door because the window was in the way. All these
Oh,
like,
man.
there's a lot of just like innovation. Oh my god, look how cool we are.
I
Um,
don't want a Tesla because personally, where I live, not gonna name it, but like it's not feasible. Plus, Tesla batteries are so untested. I mean, they banned the e-bike
EVs.
batteries in New York on bicycles, and that's similar to the battery that's in the cars. So for me, it's just like, let's see if like they come up with better testing and better ways to use it, and I'll keep like a gas car for right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think things are just going to get better and cheaper as time goes on. But right now, it's like if you want to, you can. Me personally, I'm gonna stick with what I got, but it could
Yeah,
get better.
same.
But like, I feel like there's a lot of unneeded innovation going on right now. You know, like
Yeah,
do you-
like the
have you-
Tesla truck.
I was gonna say the Tesla Loop.
What is the loop?
Oh my goodness! In California, I think it's like an underground system for Teslas.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like trying to replace public transit. I'm like, just do public
What?
transit, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Like public transit. Apparently, I don't know much about the history on this, so don't quote me. But the U.S. or sorry, L.A. used to have one of the best public transit systems in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah,
No
or
way.
I mean not L.A. but California.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
Really?
and then we just kept getting cars. And
I
then,
mean, at this point, what city even has a good public transit system in the U.S.?
I mean,
What is he?
What?
Good old New Jersey, baby.
yes, we have a great public transit,
Yes,
like
right
walking
here.
6 hours to get
I
to
mean,
campus.
we had a bowl on running around in New Jersey
Had a-
on the train on the.
You had a bull?
It was like a bowl or something like that. Like a.
I didn't hear about this.
You didn't hear? I forget where it
What?
was, but I'm pretty sure it was in New Jersey, and it was running back and forth on the railroad, and authorities had to go catch her. Like it can only happen in New Jersey.
That's incredible. Well, we are going to take a small break. Got a few things to play, but you're still listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. We will be right back. And we are back. You are still listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Let's go talk. Let's talk about video games. You guys like video games?
Yes.
You guys play video games? You've never played a video game in your life, Sam. As a man who's never played a
No,
game,
never ever.
tell us your opinion.
I think video games are overrated. Never played one in my life.
That's, I spent $1 billion on Team Fortress 2, by the way.
No, okay, no, I actually haven't. I have nearly 1,000 hours on TF2, but I've spent maybe $10 max.
Oh, that's funny. I have about 200 hours, and I've spent. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, but that game unfortunately is not in the best state.
Yeah,
This is, by the way, this is not new. I'm using
No.
this as a transition. If you've ever heard of it, something professionals only know about. But go on, tell us about TF2.
I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of transitions when
No.
you're doing like your middle school presentations, and
This
you
is not
have
true.
to make it look
Nope.
kind of cool, so you put the transition.
Can you stop talking? It's
Okay.
this is my show. I'm the one behind the board.
My fault. My fault, OG.
Go on.
But yeah, with TF2 right now, for the last, what has it been, 3-4 years? They've had
only 3 or 4. I thought it was like 7. Oh, or the bot crisis.
Yeah,
okay.
they've had a cheater epidemic, and on top of that, Valve, the studio behind it, has not given the game a major update since 2017. And now there was a project, a TF2 fan project, putting the game in Source 2, which is Valve's newest gaming engine, and it got DMCA'd. So
Yes.
copyright striked.
They have. I think it was technically not a DMCA, but it was a.
Oh, I thought it was.
I think it would have led to a DMCA, but it was a cease and desist. Is that the same thing? Am I silly?
I have no
Because
clue.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. Before I say anything definitively, I am not the most intelligent man in the world. Surprisingly. Okay. Right. Crazy thing to say. Breaking
you're
news.
close enough.
Yeah. Thank you. My goat. But I think wouldn't a cease and desist be like you just stop like you're told to stop. You're just told to stop.
It's just one piece of paper with 2 words
Yes,
on it.
yes.
Stop
Yes,
now.
that is what a cease and desist is. No, but it's like a warning. It's like if you don't stop, we're gonna start.
Yeah, I
doing,
think
I think that's
it
what
leads
happened.
to something bigger.
It leads to DMCA's.
It's a
leads to
warning,
legal
yeah.
stuff. But it sucks because like Valve has said and done very little with their game, and the first thing we hear from them is a DMCA on a passion project.
Yeah.
And it's not like this is illegal. They're fully within their legal rights to do it. It's just weird because like
It's out of character for them. They usually are very supportive of fan projects. They
Yeah.
even bring a lot of them to their own,
offices.
platform.
Yeah, like if like to work there, right?
Team Fortress started out as a fan project.
Oh, of Quake.
Yeah. Years ago, it was
Huh.
a mod for Quake that everyone was playing, and they're like, wow, this is really cool. We want you to bring this over to our software and make this our game.
Man,
They brought a team of modders in to make the game.
yeah, that's
And now they're cracking down on
Good old
mods, and
days.
it's kind of
They
sad.
kind of do that a lot. I think with The Sims, they have like modders actually build things for The Sims. Like they'll actually take things that are like not in the game and put it into the game, which is really cool. They sometimes work with content creators to create stuff, which is also really cool if you're a fan of The Sims. But like it's really weird to see like actual people getting like honored for what they do, and it not be behind like a wall or be behind all this other stuff.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it seems like some games recently have been kind of following the trend of just being disappointing. And I don't think it's okay. It's probably partly just us just growing up. You know, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
I'm sure there's a little bit of that.
But there's also like games like Cyberpunk that came out very underbaked. I think
Mhm.
I've heard it's good now, but you know, when you release a game, there's the expectation that it's done.
Five Nights
know?
at Freddy's security breach
Oh my
was the
goodness.
same story.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Half-baked, buggy.
To be fair, that was half the game's content.
Yeah, they had to cut a lot of it due to time constraints.
They fixed the game, and then it was like way more boring to watch. Seeing those
Yeah.
challenge runs of people breaking the game, that was very, very fun.
oh my
my goodness!
I loved. I used to love those old speed runs.
People blew up because of the game. How
Yeah.
buggy the game was,
when you just like keep jumping and eventually you clip out of bounds.
or like
Oh.
getting into.
It's
Freddy.
beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, it was a beautiful game in its own right. That it was so bad that it made its own mechanics by being so buggy.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But similar story with Payday 3. I've heard varying reviews of like the game's balance and how fun it is, but it had a very bad what's it called, opening day. And this is because
That's a shame.
Payday 2 and other games are doing this weird thing where it's a single, like you can play Payday 3 single player. A lot of people want to do that. But regardless, you have to be connected to their servers. You cannot play a single player game without being
For
connected
the
to
campaign?
Yes. Well, you can play the campaign by yourself or with other people.
Okay.
You cannot play by yourself without being connected to a server.
I didn't know that.
That's yeah. I don't like that.
It's weird. I don't understand why. It's just like because expectedly, it's the first day of game launch. A lot of people are playing. The servers go down. With a multiplayer game, fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. They're trying to play single player by themselves to test out all the new things. Can't play. Like it's weird. It feels almost arbitrary. Like what's even the gain? You know, like microtransactions are bad. You know, but I get it. You're making bank.
Isn't it just gonna put like more strain on the servers
Exactly.
themselves?
Right.
It'd be harder to upkeep if you have to account for all the people who are also playing single player. That's a lot of servers, a lot of people, and it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot harder to maintain all those servers. It's gonna be a lot more money too.
It's very confusing, and I think if I'm not mistaken, the first it wasn't even like a few hours, like it was days where the game was down.
Really?
Like,
After launch?
2-3 days. I could be. I'm gonna fact check this right now. but-
Why you were fact checking that? I know they have that problem with The Sims a lot. Like the people will have content they'll get, and they can't get into it. Like they'll pre-order it and they can't get in. They'll download it and it will be buggy. Like there's so many packs that like professional Sims players will say do not play this until they fix the bugs.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
like really really bad. Like to the point where like people have like refunded their packs because it will not work. Like of course it's part of EA, so EA Games does not have a great
reputation.
your
Oh, we
yeah.
love EA.
So, like, you know, you gotta understand that, but it's The Sims. People love The Sims that have played it for years, and, like, the fact that they're still having problems with newer packs is just not right.
Listen, we love EA because they're releasing the new NCAA football. We love them until that comes out.
and
Yes,
then
right?
They're back down.
We love that until that comes out, and then it's like as bad as the new Madden. But
And
and everything's pay to play. But for now, we're happy. We're really happy.
by the way, I did a little bit of fact checking. I couldn't find the exact amount of days, but it says days.
Mm.
So long time. It's almost as long as the TF2 item servers were down.
It's a special. Oh, that's true.
Just about. It all comes full circle. But no, that was rough.
Yeah, Payday and Team Fortress 2 are the same thing.
Same game.
Same exact game.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I'm excited. Going back to what Adam was saying, NCAA 24, Heat. Alright.
I've not really been interested in sports games until I started playing Riders Republic.
Okay, but this is like a special type of sports game.
What is it? Just football?
No, there's more
But it's college football. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And there hasn't been a college football game for 10 years.
What is the difference?
Since 14. The difference?
Yeah.
I mean, you could play as all the college teams.
I feel
That's
like
the only difference?
I feel like a parent, and wait, hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
I feel like a parent that my child is like, but like I need the skins in Fortnite. Do they help you win? Well, no, but like I can like default dance funnier than the other guy.
Well, I mean,
You can play. What do you speak? Speak to
But
this.
like, okay, I could play as Alabama
Why?
because they're awesome.
Okay, you know
I
what?
don't know.
I'm just gonna
also,
like go for it.
as a Michigan fan, right? Oh, yeah, I hear some complaining.
I don't care. I'm not a football guy.
The overall is going to be crazy on Michigan, so I'm just ready to dominate everybody on that game. It's going to be great.
Okay, here's the problem. I judge, and then I think about the amount of money I spent on Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, and then I realize I have to be quiet.
You have the franchise mode in NCAA football. That's because you get to feel like a general manager.
Do you?
It really makes you feel like a general manager.
It's got a little something for everyone.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
And I guess we got one. Oh my goodness, are you okay?
I have no idea what just happened. Something
still
fell
hear?
off. Yeah, I can still hear
It's-
myself.
Oh,
I see it.
Okay, a smidge of a technical difficulty, but we're gonna keep rocking. We got one last quote from a Ubisoft executive,
Okay.
and he says, "Get used to not owning your games. and this is an announcement of what's it called? Ubisoft Plus, I think, or Ubisoft Plus Premium, which is essentially a streaming service that, sorry, not a streaming service. What am I talking about? A subscription service that. I apologize. There's they're trying to fix the microphone in the studio.
We're doing our best over
So,
here. But I
yeah.
could still talk about Ubisoft
Yeah,
while
yeah.
they're doing that.
I'll close their mic for now. But it's a subscription service for video games. If you're aware of Xbox Plus, is it called Xbox Plus? Something like that, where you will buy the subscription and you can play all the games on their library. And
Yeah, I mean, I've never played on it before, but I know I've heard of like all of it.
yeah, and a lot of companies are doing this. I mean, Xbox has it. I think PlayStation has it, right?
Really?
I think they do.
I don't play on PlayStation because I don't
Um,
have one. So
Nintendo doesn't. EA has one.
EA
has one, and Ubisoft has had one for a while. But I'm worried because I feel like this quote implies that, buying a game and being able to own it is gonna start going away, and they're gonna start prioritizing you can only play our games if you're on a subscription. So
I mean, in some way, then the creators are gonna lose money because the creators of those games are no longer gonna get it. It's gonna be like the whole thing with
split.
it's gonna be split, and that's not
Yeah.
gonna really do good. And if people have
Well-
to pay for like a membership monthly, that's
Yeah.
people don't
Well,
want to do
granted, I guess if you work for Ubisoft and you make Ubisoft games, if people buy Ubisoft Plus, it's still basically going to just less direct. I wouldn't obviously I wouldn't know how pay works in a multi-million-dollar gaming company, but it's concerning for the consumer as well. Because technically, if you want to be very technical, when you buy a game, it's like a license to use use their software. You know what I mean? Forever, yeah.
Until you
Until
refund it, or
I don't know, the heat death of the universe.
but isn't that like the same thing as owning it? If
Basically, but I think it's worded like that so they can ban you in multiplayer games.
Yeah, but if I buy a pencil, I could also say, "Oh, I have the license to this pencil forever." I could also just say, "Yeah, I own this pencil."
I think it's just legal jargon, but
Yeah.
also it's possible for that to be messed with a bit by gaming companies, and especially if it becomes a subscription service for games, which is worrying. And it sucks because I feel like not a lot of games now are outselling Call of Duty. Wait, there is one. Hold on.
You are not slick for that.
Oh, no one even noticed, Sam. No one even noticed. There's this little game we talked about earlier. I'm going to talk about it now. Lethal Company. Going very popular. Outsold Call of Duty. Crazy statistic.
I like that you're staring daggers through Adam right now because he's the only one who hasn't played it.
I'm looking at you.
We need a fourth player.
You're
Yeah,
right.
okay.
You're right between this. I like looking at
We
you,
also
man.
need a fourth mic.
If you-
True, true.
But no, to go a little bit in depth, you play as a spaceship people. What is the word?
An astronaut? Oh.
No. Now it's spaceship people. You. How does he do it?
How does he do it?
You work as you play as astronaut people, and you land on moons, and you have to collect scrap in these facilities for your company called the Company, and that's it. And there are no monsters or bad guys in the game, and you just sail, and it's relaxing and calm and chill,
Yeah.
and that's very accurate.
So relaxing, my grandma could play it. Maybe, allegedly.
My grandma could allegedly play the game. Okay.
Could you imagine
She
my
could
grandma being like, "We have to go to Vow now," and doing the whole terminal thing?
No, but in full trueness, I'm gonna stop being so snarky. The game is a horror multiplayer game, and there are monsters in the facility that you've got to avoid, and it does a very good job at building up suspense and horror
And immersion.
even with multiplayer. Because usually, when you have multiplayer games like that, they inevitably just become thrillers, But Lethal Company does such a good job of not letting that happen. Really, I mean, if you have 10 people, it's pretty hard to get spooked.
Yeah, but you can only really play with 10 people if you have mods.
Yeah.
The actual game only allows up to 4
4.
people in a lobby.
Yes. And the game is, like I said, blowing up. a lot right now. I don't think it's even slowing down.
Not
'Cause
yet.
the-
No.
I
'Cause-
really do believe though this game's going to be going much more popular because of how like unique it is,
Uh-huh.
but also because of the replayability of it. You
Yeah.
can replay this multiple times and not feel like you played it once. In
Yes.
some way. I mean, you
Yes.
can have a burnout where it's like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore.
It's definitely because of YouTube and the state of it, but once it gets a little more chill when it comes to the content being created, it'll be more fun, paradoxically.
100%. And the creator has already said that they're gonna make more content for this game
Uh-huh.
this year.
That's big, by the way.
Yeah. They got to
Um,
capitalize on it now and not go down the Among Us route.
I was going to mention real quick, I personally found a lot of parallels to Among Us. You know, it's like the funny clip game where you can take it very serious, you can take it very funny. But Among Us, I feel like a big part of its popularity came from the pandemic. That's just an objective fact.
That's true.
But also, the creators kind of neglected it.
For a while.
There was like one major update, and it was at the end of its popularity.
It's when it started the decline.
Yeah, like at like the end of the decline, I feel like they added a new map, and then
they
at,
added another map.
at some point they did.
Recently,
Yeah, they added like it's like a mushroom
the
planet.
fungal, I think
I
it's
Yeah.
had
called.
no idea. That's how poorly marketed and
It's like a
how-
mushroom jungle.
Well, I was gonna say they also didn't they add like proper roles like engineers or whatever the heck.
Yeah, there's like an engineer one. There's the shapeshifter, which
Uh-huh.
allows the imposter to turn into other players. Oh my god, I sound like that one TikTok guy.
Do you?
Do you know who I'm talking about? Like the two TikTok guys that are like, Among Us. Like, I can't believe they should add this to Among Us.
No, because I don't use TikTok.
He hasn't been brain rotten yet.
Neither do
well,
I.
it's okay. To be fair, I get brain rotten just at a slower rate on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, but that's like
I also get.
big
You're about to
YouTube
bully me.
slop.
Go give him the mic. You did it again. That's
Oh.
so crazy.
Wow.
It's right
It
there.
was like,
you can see
don't
it.
give it to Adam.
Hey, oi, Sam. Look, it's on. It's on the mic.
Oh. Yeah, it's on the mic.
Yeah,
Fix it.
a screw's loose.
The
Um,
hierarchy goes YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels.
wow.
So
that's an
you're
opinion.
TikTok, you're doing slightly better than Instagram Reels.
You know
Can
what's
you-
really
can you-
sad?
Wait, run that back real
Speak
quick.
that. Speak to that.
Wait.
What
Speak
did
to
you
that.
say?
Speak to that.
I said TikTok, over what is it?
TikTok over YouTube
Greater,
Shorts
greater sign.
is better than
Instagram
YouTube Shorts.
Reels.
Oh,
No, YouTube Shorts is the best.
is the best.
Yeah.
Then TikTok.
I would have never found my favorite content creator, Slappable Jerk.
never heard of him.
You never,
Never heard
heard
of him.
No.
Okay, well,
We are back. We had a small issue. Go for it, Sam.
I thought you were gonna put Reels above TikTok, and I was gonna be like,
no,
nuh-uh.
no,
Okay, good. Thank you.
I wouldn't do that.
Look, I only watch on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok, but my dad has TikTok. It's
Oh,
really
I got
funny.
rid of TikTok. I can't do it anymore.
My dad has TikTok, and I find it so funny that I don't have it, and you know, age difference.
Well, because when I start using it, I can't stop using it. And then, like, 3 hours later, I'll look at myself in the mirror and just be like, what am I doing with my life? I gotta get off my phone and, like,
Yes.
go outside.
That's me with Instagram.
Here's
now.
the thing. With YouTube, it's annoying because like I feel like watching normal YouTube videos can be a good use of my time. You know, like, I'm very entertained. I can remember things about the video. Sometimes if I'm watching like Vsauce or educational people,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I feel like I got something great out of this.
Ever watch Summoning Salt?
Yes, he does
So good.
speedrunning histories. It's good.
Yeah, I love it.
And shoot, what was I going to say? Oh,
Lance, you lost in thought.
I did. Who was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, I'll scroll through YouTube looking for a video, and then I'll see I'll see shorts. I'm like, I shouldn't click on one of these, but one is like a very nice thumbnail and title, so I click on it. Like that was actually a good short because there are some shorts that have legitimately like benefited me. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
even like small stuff, like some YouTube algorithm things, some interesting facts. But then I'll scroll, and that's where then it starts to get really bad.
They got you on that loop.
They do. It's annoying how good these algorithms are, bro. Ugh.
I know.
They
It's disgusting.
They protect what you like, so when you like something, it will then give you more and more what you like, less and less what you
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, yeah.
And I have that thing on
Oh, yeah.
Instagram. Like after I started playing Lethal Company, my whole Instagram just became Lethal Company. It was really funny for a while.
It just knows. It knows you.
I think I had a tiny fencing phase where I really liked fencing.
Fencing.
Did I never tell you guys about this?
No.
That was in sync. That was hilarious to see. Anyways, I had a fencing phase, and I wanted to learn all about. There's 3 different uh, kinds of fencing, disciplines in fencing, and I learned like the nitty gritty about each one and why they're played differently and why they're different.
Okay.
It's like you in chess.
Do you mean actual fencing, like the sport?
I'm not. I used to do it actually for a very small amount of time. When I was
No
younger.
way.
Yeah,
Really?
this is true. Yeah, for like very short. I don't think I even competed. I just practiced.
I know
Not a
some
bad
people
thing
who
to
do
pick up.
fencing.
I kind of want to get back into it. I think I'm a little big to do fencing though. I'll be real, but I could get back into it. Why not? It'd be fun. What if I become if I became an Olympic fencer, how funny would that be?
That'd be really funny.
Like one day,
That would not be funny. I'd be really proud of you, and I'd go to all your fencing games.
I would be there to
That's not-
support you too.
thank you, Kaylee. See, that's normal. That's how you speak normally to people.
Why are you looking at me?
Don't laugh into your mic. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. Sorry for laughing so loud.
I was
You're-
too
you're
funny.
just really
I was
funny.
too funny. How does he do it?
Sorry
But-
for having fun.
But no, fencing to mini fencing phase, and my shorts was all fencing for a day, and it was great. It was heaven on earth.
Wow. How much is there to learn about fencing?
There's actually a lot. I'm pretty sure this is a fact. It's the second fastest sport in the Olympics when it comes to like how fast something moves, like any item. Second to what's it called? Like target shooting.
Archery?
Oh, okay.
It's your sword or whatever it's called, like moves faster than an arrow.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it's fast. It's second. That's why I'm saying second.
Oh, okay.
The first is target shooting, with like actual, weapons. But, yeah, we were talking about Lethal Company. How are we?
We can't stay on one topic. That's never been us.
That's the Squabblers guarantee. I mean, this is how it normally goes. For the record, this is not different. So if you're enjoying it, thank you. And if you're not, sorry. Why are you like? That's crazy.
Why are you
52
here?
minutes.
I think you like it more than you're letting on. If you've been listening
right?
the whole time.
It's like hate listening. Nah.
Do people do that?
Oh yeah, all the time.
There's like, as the ultimate hater, I know there's a lot of ways to hate something. And one of those ways is just listening to it, which is like weird hating because you're still like giving it credit, but it's like,
No, we ain't got no haters. Everyone loves
I
us.
hate it.
Everyone loves us.
I don't.
Na-
Sorry.
I was
Confirm.
gonna say name one person who doesn't
Me.
love us, and we got
Me.
one in the room. He infiltrated the ranks. Oh my goodness!
Sometimes your closest friends are your enemies. I don't know.
You botched that
quote,
crazy.
Sun Tzu,
Yes, this is true. He said that.
Art of War,
That was his final words.
with the question mark included.
Like he's running out of cool things to say, but he doesn't want to give up the legacy. So it's just like, when you fight your enemies, they're your friends sometimes.
Or the writers just weren't sure how good of a line it was. But they thought it might be good. So.
They had deadlines, bro. they had to put something down. They didn't change it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Send it out.
Oh my, oh my. Lethal Company.
Yeah, back on Lethal Company. We went all the way
my God, I
from
didn't even know we were
fencing
talking about
to
Lethal.
Lethal
It was 'cause
Company
Lethal-
back to Lethal
okay, no,
Company now.
I found the chain. It was because we talked about that, then Among Us, and then phases and YouTube Shorts, and then but yeah.
Fencing,
Um,
and then hating.
I think Lethal Company will grow just because the developer is actually updating the game. Like, didn't you say update 50 is gonna be big?
That's what they were saying.
I haven't
Update
heard.
50 is going to be the big one. Because
I'm
that's
really
where they're going to add
excited.
new like monsters
Yeah.
and map variations, he said.
That would be.
So.
Wait, where did he say this?
On Steam. The blog post.
Oh, I don't
Oh.
read those. So
I didn't read that either.
As someone who doesn't know a lot about Lethal Company, what kind of monsters you get in this game?
The monsters.
Are you getting like Siren Head? What are you getting?
There's like a bunch of different monsters. I don't really want to spoil too much, and I also don't know how many I could describe.
Just because they're weird, or because you don't want to?
They do things to the body that are harmful, and
Oh.
I cannot speak of.
Oh, okay.
But it's a very fun game.
It's very fun, and it's very funny because they have a proximity chat in game that is just natural. proximity chat games are always funny. I feel like it's impossible. You
I
know?
love
like
proximity
you gotta
chat.
mess it up somehow to make it not fun. Like the proximity chat mod in Among Us was fun.
Yeah. I wish they had proximity chat on the highway.
That'd be
Wait. We talked about this, right?
I don't think we've talked about this.
Oh, I
Maybe when I was
swear
away.
we have. I have. Okay,
This has been a conversation we've had a lot.
was it,
I think me and you were driving. I think me, you, and Kaylee were driving. I don't know if Adam was there, and I was just like, you know, what'd be cool. Proximity chat on the highway, and you're like, I swear I've had this conversation before.
Oh,
you were
I
like,
have.
it was like a sense of deja vu.
it's because I had a similar conversation with a friend. This was a hilarious story. We're playing a video game, and we're talking about proximity chat in games. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's really fun." And then he's just like, "Wait, guys, what if we had proximity chat like in real life?" And we're
Oh
like,
my.
and then like for a beat, we're all like, "Excuse me, what? Isn't that just talking?" And then everyone clowned on him until the day we stopped speaking. We just drifted, but we every day would be like, "Oh, wouldn't it be so cool if we like had proximity chat like in real life?"
Right?
road
Like-
rage would just get worse in New Jersey.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my! If there were difficulties for this, like New Jersey would definitely be impossible mode.
That would be rough, but unfortunately, we're at about that time.
No.
Can't do this to me.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just getting started.
How'd you guys feel? How do you guys feel? We're not gonna do this every radio, every sesh, but how do you guys feel?
No, I was feeling pretty. Aside from the mic issues, which
Mm-hmm.
you guys can't see it, but like I'm holding this thing together. I'm not even gonna lie. But honestly, no, I thought it came through pretty
Yeah,
nicely.
I had
those usually
fun.
don't happen, but unlucky. It is what it is. We're being tested. We're the strongest soldiers.
I'm feeling mostly jubilant, uplifted.
Did
Pretty
you like
great.
Google complex words that mean happy?
I just reached into my soul and pulled out what I was really feeling.
Kaylee, speak.
But now that you said that, I'm not feeling those things anymore.
I'm feeling
Um,
ostentatious.
No, I had fun.
That's good.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a nice little experience. And guess what? If you at home liked it, we'll be back next week, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern
Oh, yeah.
Standard Time. This was the Squabblers podcast. You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Thank you for listening.